So yeah, Mr. Chain. In today's video, we're talking about my favorite dividend ETF, that being SCHD. So what do you need to know about SCHD? SCHD tracks the 100 best dividend paying companies in the United States. And to be specific, it tracks the Dow Jones US Dividend 100 Index. In other words, it's a basket of about 100 US companies that are really good at paying dividends. SCHD is like a dream team of reliable, strong companies that can give you regular income and the chance for your investments to grow over time. Plus, it is super affordable with a tiny expense ratio of just 0.06%. That means you can keep more of your money. So what's SCHD's goal? Provide steady income, some growth, and keep things stable with a diversified mix of companies. SCHD's investing philosophy, pretty simple. It's all about quality and reliability. Think of SCHD like picking the best players for a sports team. Here's what it focuses on. Number one, reliable income. SCHD loves companies that pay dividends consistently. By getting a paycheck you can count on, even if the stock market gets bumpy. Regardless if we're going through a bull market or we're going through a bear market, SCHD wants to guarantee that we're going to be getting our dividend payments in, and I respect that. Number two, strong companies. SCHD loves strong companies. Picks businesses that are financially healthy so they can keep paying those dividends without trouble. No shaky companies here. Yes, I am reading off notes just a little bit. It really helps keep the video structured and keeps me from rambling my ass off. In the comments, even though I know this is like one of my first videos, in the comments, do y'all like the more short and sweet, or do y'all like to hear me ramble about stocks and basically get into like pretty much everything? I mean, it might go off topic, it might not, but that's just what happens whenever I flee. Like, whenever I basically just straight off the head, straight off the rail. Anyway, let's get back to SCHD's investing philosophies. SCHD also looks for growth potential. SCHD looks for companies that not only pay dividends, but also increase them over time, which can mean more income and stock price growth for you. I mean, who doesn't want their dividend payments to keep growing year over year? I think it averages about 10% in the past 10 years. And I think that's honestly a little low for the statistical data for like the past 10 years. I think it's more like 11%. Will that continue? Who knows? For the past 10 years, I'm just going to say it's around 10% growth. Who doesn't want a 10% growth in their annual dividends a year? That's like getting a 10% pay raise every single year. Shit, haven't gotten a pay raise in 2 years. So, my SCHD's already got a pay raise of, mine specifically, I don't even know, but all I know is my dividend payments have gone up, and it's W's in the chat.
Right behind me right now, aren't
they? SCHD also likes to look for lower risk companies. It's Spread your money across different industries like tech, healthcare, and consumer goods. So if one sector struggles, your portfolio doesn't take a big hit. Pretty nice. For obvious reasons. Lower risk is pretty nice because you don't want to wake up one day and you have like 100,000 in your portfolio and wake up the next day it's like $5. Obviously, it probably wouldn't be that extreme. The nuclear bombs would have to hit like all across the world for it to go down to like freaking $5. But maybe an extra again, haha. And then another SCHD philosophy is it's basically in it for the long term. SCHD is perfect for investors who want steady long-term returns, whether you're saving for retirement or just building wealth. It's like planting a strong tree that grows slowly, but gives you shade and fruit for years. If you want income and stability with a side of growth, SCHD's philosophy is hard to beat. I mean, can't really add anything on top of that. I mean, that's pretty much just facts right there. So how do the companies get picked for SCHD? It's not easy. They have to meet some tough rules to be part of the Dow Jones US Dividend 100 Index. Here's the checklist.
This is my rifle.
Number 1.
This is my gun. Works the other way.
Companies must have paid dividends for 10 years straight. Companies need to have paid dividends like sharing their profits for at least 10 years in a row without stopping. It's like proving they're super dependable. Pretty self-explanatory. It's a pretty good timeline. In the past 10 years, we've gone through some bull markets, we've gone through some bear markets, and SCHD has consistently paid dividends through the good and the bad times, which speaks to its strategy, which is another reason why I love it so much. US based only. They have to be American companies. They can't be things like real estate trusts or special types of stocks that work differently.
I am fully loaded.
I don't really have much to add on to that. For me, it doesn't really matter if my dividends are coming from freaking China or Antarctica or freaking the moon. I don't really give a crap as long as I'm getting my dividends in. But the US is cool. I love the US. I'm a US citizen. I'm all about supporting US companies. But I think this is really in here because it's just tracking the US, the Dow Jones US 100 Dividend Index. If the US wasn't in there, then I think it would expand out into more dividend companies than just US. So I don't really have much to say on that. But the next one. The next criteria that a company has to meet is it has to be big enough. The company needs to be worth at least $500 million in a basket. My apologies. Let me just repeat that for y'all. The company needs to be worth at least $500 million in market value. Think of it like picking a big established player and not a tiny startup. This continues to drill in the mindset of consistency and reliability. There's better odds of a $500 million company paying you dividends compared to a $5 million company for obvious reasons. It's just bigger. The likelihood of it going to zero is less the chance. Could it still happen? Yes, but excuse me. But it just adds on to that reliability and safety. Has to be easy to buy and sell. Stock has to be traded a lot, so investors can buy or sell it without big price swings. It's like making sure a toy is popular enough to trade with friends. My input on this is people don't find it valuable, and if people really aren't trading it, is the company really that good? pretty much all I got to add on there. I could go super deep into it, but I don't want to ramble. I'm gonna keep it to more of like a shorter video. Companies also need to have super healthy finances. SCHD scores companies on 4 things to make sure they're strong. Cash flow versus debt. If they have enough cash to cover what they owe, like having enough allowance to buy snacks and still save. Return on equity. Are they good at using their money to make profits? Think straight A grades for business smarts. Dividend yield. How much dividend cash do they pay compared to their stock price? A good yield means nice income for you. Dividend growth. Have they increased their dividends over the last 5 years? Growing dividends are a sign of healthy growing company. I'm gonna be honest with y'all here. I've done like 6 takes on this video. Probably more than that, honestly, but some of those videos didn't get past the intro. So, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but SCHD makes sure that the stocks are balanced. No single company can take up more than 4% of the fund, and no industry like tech or healthcare can be more than 25%. This keeps SCHD diversified and less risky. SCHD picks the top 100 companies with the best scores on these measures. It's like choosing the top 100 students for school honor roll, but for dividends. The fund checks the list every year and tweaks it every 3 months to keep it fresh. And I also like that it happens every 3 months, and there's a big reconstitution where I'm pretty sure some people go through there with the algorithm and choose brand new stocks for the entire year. I'm pretty sure that happened in March of 2025 for this year, the year of recording this video. I like that because it just keeps up with the time, you know. Like I said, it just keeps it fresh, you know. A company from 100 years ago could have went bankrupt by now. So obviously, you know, you want it to be refreshed and make sure that it's keeping up with the times and making sure they're picking the best companies of the now and not of the past. So why should you care about SCHD? It's a simple, low-cost way to invest in some of the strongest U.S. companies without having to pick stocks yourself. You get steady income, regular dividends for extra cash, lower risk, strong companies, and diversification mean less worries, and growth potential. Companies that grow, dividends often have growing stock prices too. So whether you're a beginner investor, saving for retirement, or just want a set it and forget it option, SCHD is a fantastic choice. It's like having a reliable money machine working for you. So, that's pretty much it. That's the scoop on SCHD. It's a great ETF for anyone who wants income, growth, and stability. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next investment tips. Oh my goodness, y'all. I was holding in that cough for so freaking long, dude. Oh my goodness, that was like a solid 5-minute holding cough. Woo! But yeah. Hope that didn't sound too robotic. This is already the end of the video. I've already wrapped everything up. But hopefully it didn't sound too robotic, too AI. There was some reading off notes, as well as some just commentary off the top of my head. I felt like it was a good mix. I like this recording a whole lot better than the other ones that I made. This one ended at about 14 minutes. My other video went to about 30 minutes. And it's just me talking about the same things over and over again. This one I'm just getting more to the point. I think it's better, personally, but yeah, let me know in the comments if y'all like this version, or if y'all just like to listen to me ramble. And 'cause if y'all do, then shoot, I might release like a full like uncensored version, unedited version of me just rambling and going on different talks, and then releasing a video that's pretty much just to the point as well. I'd be done with that. But yeah, I'm gonna say it again. Like, comment, and subscribe. My first goal is to get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. That'd be absolutely beautiful. I just wanna put some good content out there. I wanna help. Shit, I just wanna help people. I just wanna make everyone's life better. I just wanna put good value out there. Yeah, guys. I'll catch you later. Mr. Chat out. Just a little extra content that I'm tacking on to the end of this video, because I forgot to mention that SCHD is not doing so hot in the market right now, and there's not a definitive answer for why it is not doing as well right now. Except for, you know, stock prices aren't higher on the stocks they chose. But other than that, I believe the main reason is because everyone is on the AI hype train right now. Which I do believe in AI, and I do think it's the next big thing. And everyone is kind of discounting the boring established companies that will be, you know, kind of like the tortoise and the hare story, you know, like the SCHD right now is honestly like the tortoise, you know, like it's gonna pay you consistently. It's got good quality companies, but you know, it ain't nothing like super fancy about it. Like companies like Coca-Cola. Like Coca-Cola is already spread freaking globally. I'm pretty sure penguins are out there drinking freaking Coca-Cola and Fanta right now. Like how much bigger, how much more can Coca-Cola expand and grow compared to like a company like Palantir or like Tesla or something in the AI industry. Like, it doesn't have as much growth potential, but it's already established. It's already a good quality company that has track records. It already has a good freaking report card of paying dividends on time and growing them. And people are discounting that. I believe people are discounting that right now because the stock market is just on fire right now. I mean, there's been a couple pullbacks, but for the most part, like, since the April 8th tariff thing, like, the market has just shot up so much. And I think people are just FOMOing into AI stocks right now. I don't know if they're overpriced or not. The PE ratios are kind of insane, which is pointing to those stocks being overpriced. So, but it's also a new industry where we have no idea where AI is going to take us. Like, who knows? Maybe it'll be a .com crash, or maybe it'll be an actual boom. Maybe it'll be an actual boom. Like, who knows? But what I know is SCHD is nothing has changed about it. The only thing that has changed about it is the stock price. Still the same investing philosophy. They're still using the same exact criteria. It's not managed by humans. It uses an algorithm. There's no emotion in it. It's just pure logic and statistics. And excuse me. And the way I see it is, people are just discounting SCHD heavily right now. They want to jump on the next big thing, and they're kind of discounting that slow but consistent, quality, reliable growth. And I wouldn't just recommend putting 100% of your portfolio in SCHD. You could, and you'd still make more profit and more growth than if you just didn't invest in anything. I think, like, for me personally, I invest I invest into both SCHD and VOO, like the broad market and AI stock, stuff like that. But right now, I'm really buying a lot of SCHD stock right now because it's been underperforming. Even though nothing has changed about it, it's still got good quality companies, still paying reliably. There's fundamentally nothing has changed about it except for people are more focused on the AI growth and boom. Will I lose some growth potential? There's a good possibility. There's also a good possibility that I'm buying SCHD at a really freaking good price right now while everyone is just dumping money into speculative AI stocks. So it's more of a conservative play, but it's also smart. Like I'm not investing into a random company. I'm investing into Coca-Cola, Chevron, Home Depot, like all the big names. Like it's very unlikely that any of those are gonna go under or just lose crazy amounts of money. So yes, SCHD is underperforming right now, but I believe once the big tech, big AI bull market starts to slow down, people will start to realize the importance of those reliable, consistent, quality dividend payments SCHD provides. And I think right now is just a good time to get it at a discount. I'm bringing my cost basis down right now. Getting an SCHD at a higher yield for less money. It's a win-win in my book. So again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to buy, what not to buy, how to allocate your portfolio. I'm just letting y'all know what's going through my mind and kind of like my philosophy and what's happening with SCHD right now. And that's why I'm just doubling down. Anytime I see SCHD under my cost basis, which I think mine is at like $26.87 a share, anything under that, I'm just throwing some more money in there, man. Bring my average cost down. So that's all that I wanted to add. Mr. Chat out for the second time and the final time. Until the next video. Adios. Mr. Chat.